Hey there, welcome to Something About Tabletop. This is going to be a continuation on the small little series that I'm doing on all of the gods that I've created for my own personal pantheon. That I'm also going to be using in Fantastic Dimensions, I guess, guild campaign. This is actually meant for a particular kind of campaign setting that I have, probably won't explain because the whole point of it is whatever. Either way, that's irrelevant. So today I'm going to be doing the god Drelzeba. Drelzeba, as you can see in the description, is the god of magic, language, and power. Drelzeba, what he looks like is that he is a massive golden dragon, but not your traditional gold dragon. He is literally a golden dragon, with ornately crafted gold plates covering his entire body, all written in the scripture of the language of magic. He looks like a construct more than he does an actual living creature. As well as that, instead of the traditional golden dragon look, he's probably more set, and his build is more of that of a blue dragon, except missing the massive horn. He has a small horn instead, and his teeth look like they are made of ornately sharpened and crafted swords or daggers. His personality. Alright, Drelzeba is, I guess, what you would call a greedy, power-hungry motherfucker. He wants all knowledge. He wants all arcane power for himself and his followers. He doesn't necessarily want to share it. He's an asshole. He's not a nice god. People only see to him for power. That's it. For them to gain power from him, which is rarely that he ever gives it. What he has given to the world, what he thinks is enough, is the language of magic, which is under his powers and abilities. So, while he's a dragon, he actually doesn't necessarily have a breath weapon at all. Drelzeba only talks in the language of magic, and as such, when he is talking and conversing with people, he changes the world around him. So as he'll be speaking, he might cast spells randomly. So if you anger him in a conversation, there's quite a good chance you'll die. He is quite a dangerous individual in that respect. So, with that, I guess it's kind of a story with this god was the creator of the language of magic, and the creator, well, at least he says, the creator of language that all races of humanity or meta-humanity, like elves, dwarves, etc., the creator of language at all. So, also, as he is a god of power, he has also been he's also associated with money, because money is power. And he is associated with civilization as well. Most of the time, you'll only see people in higher up civilizations actually ever worshipping Drelzeba, if at all. All right, his followers and his clerics. So his clerics are not traditional clerics per se. Usually in D&D 5th edition terms, knowledge or maybe Tempest clerics. These clerics are, I guess, the order of Drelzeba kind of works in the fact that they worship dragons as well, because Drelzeba is a dragon. He's associated quite heavily with dragons. And they kind of do the whole find artifacts in the world, take them, and then keep them so that no one else can have their power. Not necessarily to rule the world or anything, to protect everyone else. So they're kind of like, say, the Brotherhood of Steel, or kind of like, not really Space Marines, but yeah, like the Brotherhood of Steel from Fallout 3 or Fallout universe. They kind of protect anyone by using ancient technology, but also taking away ancient technology so no one can have it. Not that the clerics of Drelzeba really protect anyone. Otherwise, followers of Drelzeba are people who want to be able to gain power quickly, because Drelzeba's abilities usually allow you to do so, increasing your arcane power. So you'll frequently see wizards trying to find tomes of Drelzeba, to peer through them to find the most purest and greatest of language. Even rogues have been known to worship Drelzeba, seeing as some people think he is the creator of coin. the creator of commerce. Other than that, pretty much anyone who wants to gain large stead and power or wants an arcane knowledge, you worship Drelzeba. His minions and people that he commands are the dragons. Not all of them, but he was the creator of the dragons, as he is a dragon himself. Depending on the world that he's in, my particular campaign world, there are no dragons apart from him. But say if you were to adapt this to a D&D game, you could say that all dragons stem from him. It really doesn't matter. It's up to you. That whole thing was a little bit shaky. The reason that he's a dragon is that he's greedy as fuck. And dragons I see as the epitome of arcane power. So therefore, why not make him a dragon? Otherwise, he commands more or less half a humanoid, half dragon men. Or women, really, it doesn't matter. The Dragonborn pretty much are under his stead. You could use that in your world as well. He used them as minions and things around the world. They're usually, instead of breath weapons, using arcane spells and stuff like that. Now, Drelzeba's relationship to the other gods is an interesting one, seeing as he is the caller of himself as the, he created magic, he created language. So he holds himself in high stead. So a lot of the other gods appreciate him for doing this, but they also hate him for doing this. Quite explicitly, Valturus, the god of betrayal, poisons, and plots, just hates him because of how powerful he is. Asmodeus is quite wary of him because he thinks that he's going to try to take his power away. I mean, in general, I don't think any of the gods particularly likes him. I know that Riven, the god of sacrifice and selflessness, completely hates Drelzeba because his followers and him has a tendency on holding on power instead of sharing it to the world, never sacrificing anything. Pretty much most people just respect Drelzeba, not necessarily like him either. And yeah, that's Drelzeba. He is a pretty interesting god, quite heavily associated with magic and greed and all things nasty. He is a particularly hands-on god as well. Well, I guess he likes to influence the world with his magic, show off his power kind of thing. And he is quite a nasty one as well. I guess you would probably pin him as lawful evil. Would probably be the best way to do it. Yeah, I'd say he'd be definitely lawful evil. And most of his followers are lawful evil as well. Once again, wizards, knowledge clerics, stuff like that. A lot of nobles. Anyway, thank you for watching another short little video. Not too sure what next god I will do, but we shall see. This is something about tabletop. Bye.